Here's the story of a guy named Scotty who had a house full of rescue pigs, each one of them cuter than the other. This is how they became the Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. This is how we became the Piggy Bunch. So this is Mr. Piggy Smalls, and he really wants to hide in this cuddle sack. I put him in this cuddle sack instead of the cuddle cup because I knew he would smell all the other piggies, and when I put him back with Dice, his friend, he might start fighting. So you want to be very conscious of things like that. If you have multiple piggies and multiple bonded pairs, you don't necessarily want to do anything that will cause a fight. I'm trying to keep him from going into the back of his cuddle sack like this. He's like just wants to hide. So let's talk about Piggy Smalls. Come on. Piggy Smalls was an owner surrender, and the family really loved him, but they just couldn't take care of him anymore. And he's a foster fail because I love him too. He never quite totally trusts me, or he's still a little wild. I think they might have said that he was biting. But I love him. He's very sweet. Come on, Mr. Smalls. Come on, I'm gonna take you out. Here you go. Yes, see, he's a little nibbler. He's very cute. He's got very striking colors. He has the ability to jump out of his cage, although he hasn't done it in a long time. Stop. He is a nibbler, and he, as far as all of my pigs go, he's kind of the one that has most the mind of his own, in the sense that he wants to do what he wants to do. He very rarely wants to just sit and be a sweet piggy. He'd rather just go home and be on his own. I was able to bond him with Dice, and of course he used to live with Nails. We miss Nails very much. But, you know, even though he's fiercely independent, he still does get along with other piggies. Come on. But he doesn't like being held that much, unless, of course, I keep the steady supply of veggies, which I will do when we're done. I'll give everybody some treats as a reward for being such good piggies. But yes, this is typical. Look, he's doing his little nibble. It'll get progressively harder until I let him go. He's never really hurt me that bad, but he has, you know, he has definitely let me know of his displeasure. Piggies will frequently do something like this, but Piggy Smalls especially, he lets me know that he does not want to be held. Ow!
He does not want to be held. Ow!
That didn't really hurt that bad. It was just surprising. But yes, his nibbles are getting progressively sharper. So, Piggy Smalls. Piggy Smalls, see, you can see, he just wants to do what he wants to do. Here. Tell me how you feel. Okay, you ready to go home? and you can see how completely different all of these piggies are in their personalities, and that's the main reason why I wanted to do this video, even though with even a short description with 12 different piggies, this is going to be a long video, but I hope you guys will really enjoy it. Lots of people have been asking to meet all of my piggies in one video, so here we go. Okay, Piggy Smalls, you ready to go home? I'm sorry I bugged you. So here's the Dice Man, and he's another foster fail. I can't remember which animal shelter he came from. I really can't. But I picked him up on my way to the rescue, which shelter did you come from? And really, at the time, he was so friendly and so sweet that he got along with Popeye and with Mike very well. Since I've paired him up with Piggy Smalls, because actually he did sort of come out of his shell and become a little bit more dominant. When I paired him up with Piggy Smalls, yes, he's become a little bit more, I wouldn't say aggressive, but Piggy Smalls likes to challenge whoever he's with. He used to get into little tussles with Nails sometimes, and so same thing with Dice. Dice doesn't back down, neither does Piggy Smalls, and so there have been some bites in the past, but generally speaking, they get along very well. They get along harmoniously. You know, I might hear some tooth chattering, and then I look back, and they are laying down next to each other, or they're sharing a big pile of hay. And, you know, I think that's just Piggy Smalls, because that's how he was with Nails. And Dice is just very sweet. He has these little spots right here, so that's one of the reasons why I called him Dice. Also, I asked if he could get into the rescue, and they said there's no room, no Dice. And so he stayed with me, and I just tried pairing him up with the other boys, and so I just decided to keep him. He's very sweet, very handsome. With people, he can be a little shy, and he's just a very sweet piggy. You know, I've had to tame him a little bit. You know, he's always been I've had to build the trust with him for sure. But he's a really sweet, sweet boy. And he's a pleasure to have here. He's grown a lot since he's been here, and he's gotten a little chunky, and so that means he gives really good hugs. But his fur is really shiny. Yeah, look, you're chunky. But he's just a really handsome boy. He's got one of those round noses, and he's just so cute. And I'm just grateful that he's been keeping Piggy Smalls company. Look at these chubby cheeks. Look at these chubby cheeks and this chin. You're chubby. I'm not chubby. You're chubby. I'm not chubby. You're chubby. So, this is Dice. He's just a big sweetheart. Unless Piggy Smalls gets in his face, and then he'll stand his ground. You ready to go back? Okay. This is Popeye. Popeye looks like a tiger. He's got tiger stripes. He's really sweet. Popeye is a prolific papa. He had 2 litters and like maybe almost 10 piggy babies before we were able to stop the cycle. Popeye was found with his girlfriend abandoned in a trailer in the desert in the summer heat, and it's a miracle that he survived. Popeye's sons are Cheech and Tommy, my fosters, as well as a number of baby girls that I was able to take to the rescue. Popeye's girlfriend, of course, was Olive, and all of her daughters, they all found homes at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and Cheech and Tommy both found homes, and Popeye, I just kept him, and he ended up being a very sweet boy, and I was able to bond him with Mike. Right now, Mike has been hanging out with Billy, and so Popeye has his cage all to himself. Mike is kind of hopping back and forth, and that's okay. Mike is so agreeable, and their cage is big enough that if Popeye tries to pester Mike, Mike usually will just give him a little nose punch and say, "Cut it out, Popeye." But they are both very agreeable, so I'm not too worried about that whole situation. Popeye is a really sweet boy. He really loves his treats. He's very demanding when it comes to treats. He is very frequently the instigator of lettuce riots. You'll hear him squeal. I think he probably learned it from Mike, but a lot of times I will hear some high-pitched squealing, and then everyone else starts going crazy, and when I look to see who started it, it's Popeye. Popeye loves his treats. He also loves zoomies. You doing this ear scratch? You liking it? He was pretty wild when he first came here, and he still doesn't really like being picked up that much. Most piggies, they don't mind being held once you get them, but they don't like being picked up or chased around their cage. And so Popeye's much happier chilling in one of the corner houses or taking a nap in the Fiddlesticks tunnel. But once he is held, he loves scratches. He loves the ear scratches and the nose scratches, and he certainly loves getting treats hand-fed to him. I'm becoming very attached and very fond of him. Yes, right? And I've been making a really conscious effort to try to tame him, to try to give him scratches every day, to pet his nose and to pick him up frequently. And this is Popeye. He's a very sweet boy. Ready to go? Okay, let's take you back.
Here's the story of a guy named Scotty who had a house full of rescue pigs, each one of them cuter than the other. This is how they became the Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. This is how we became the Piggy Bunch.